Hey guys. So, I'm kind of screwing up a little bit. I had a load I was supposed to deliver last night, or early this morning. I got tired. Been stressed out for obvious reasons. So I lay down for 30 minutes for my 30-minute break instead of just doing what I normally do, which was eat. I decided to lay down and I fell asleep. So just got off the phone letting them know, hey, I'm going to be like 10 hours late to my delivery. And it's actually completely my fault. 100%. So am I going to get a service failure or not? I have no idea. If I do, it is my fault. But we shall see. It'd be my first service failure. Anyway, this video is not going to be talking about that. It's going to be talking about something else that's pretty important to me. And Father's Day had just passed. And it's something that a lot of you guys might not know. But my father had died a little bit ago, not that long ago. A little over a year. From cancer. It was before I started trucking. He had gotten bladder cancer. And he fought real good for almost 2 years. But he lost it. So, since Father's Day had just passed, instead of thinking about my dad through his cancer and all of that, let's talk about some good things that he taught me. He taught me one thing: honest work for honest pay. So if you're working for somebody, work hard and you'll be paid. If somebody works for you and they do honest work, then pay them. My father was very, very, very plain on that. But let's go back to a job I did with him. My dad was a pipe fitter foreman, so he worked at power plants, and it was actually really, really cool. And I had the pleasure of being able to work with them, building power plants. One of them was in Wharton, Texas. And I was out there. I saw some really, really cool things, and actually I saved a bunch of lives. If you guys want to know about that story, just post down there. I'll talk about it, but that's kind of besides the point. But anyway, so there's this one story. It's really funny, and I think you guys would like it. So I'm like 19 years old, and I'm on this job site, and you should see me from when I was back then. I didn't look like I was 19. I looked like I was like 16. Okay, it was kind of funny. I had that baby face for sure, and I had short hair back then. So I'm out there on the job site, and my dad actually has a crew of about 20 some odd people. He was the foreman, and so I got put on his crew because his boss, which was cool as shit, his boss is actually still alive and older, but that's besides the point. So his boss was pretty cool as shit, and I was put on his crew. So there's this one guy on his crew who did not like me for some reason, or he just liked to pick on me. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sitting there, I'm on like a makeshift table with 2 sawhorses and a piece of plywood, okay? And I'm trying to measure stuff out you know, to cut it and prep it. It was some 45s and 90-degree pieces for piping that had to get welded on. So yeah, it was not really something that a helper should have been doing, so to speak. That was more of a pipe fitter, but you know, my dad had taught me a lot about plumbing / pipe fitting over the years, and so he was kind of not throwing me to the wolves, but he really wanted me to challenge myself and try to do it. And then he would have one of the pipe fitters on his crew, you know, to, you know, overlook and whatnot. He was really trying to, like, you know, speed line me through the apprenticeship, so I could become a pipe fitter quicker because there was more money. Well, anyway, so I'm on this little table, okay, and I'm trying to do this stuff, and this guy comes over and he's hitting the table, and he's just overall just being annoying, a little, yeah. Anyway, and he goes, "Where's your daddy? Where's your daddy? Daddy?" And he is just messing with me, and I'm just trying to ignore him because I don't like this guy. And because it's been an ongoing situation. And he was just going, "Where's your daddy?" Anyway, my dad was walking up and I saw this. And it was the most funniest thing, you know, like, "Where's Johnny?" You know, just the way he did it through the door and stuff in that movie. My dad just comes up on the scene and he goes, "Daddy's right here." That goddamn lost his mind. He was like, "Holy shit." He jumped. I jumped because I was not expecting that because he was like behind me. And I'm just like, holy crap, that was hilarious. The other guy was just like, oh, he just walked away. He didn't know what to say. And yeah, that was absolutely funny. There was another day, it was raining. It was raining for like a week, and you know, my dad was like, "Hey, look, we're going to work." And I'm like, "I don't want to go to work." And he goes, "Look, there's two ways you can look at things in life. You can either stay in bed and complain and not go to work and not make any money, or you can go to work, complain, and make money." I chose to make money. So, because it was better than staying at the trailer. You know, when he put it that way, it was better than staying at the trailer. So anyway, we go to the work, and it's like kind of nippy outside. It's not freezing. There's no lightning, so they didn't shut the job site down. And we get there, and there's like 300 people that's supposed to be working. There's like maybe 20 that showed up. Everybody was like, F that. I mean, we've been dealing with rain for, I think it was like 4 to 5 days, maybe a week, something like that. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, so my dad is trying to run the crew, but we can't get materials. There's very few welders. I think we were like low on gas, on the nitrogen or the oxygen. So it was either we couldn't cut or we couldn't TIG anything. I can't remember exactly. I think it was we were low on nitrogen. Oh, there's a good nitrogen story I want to tell you guys. But anyway, so my dad ended up coming around and telling everybody that was in his, you know, that did show up on his crew, which was like 3 people, counting me, to basically, he said, go play with the skyhook, which was basically meant there's nothing we can do, and go do whatever you want to go do. So I ended up going and straightening out my toolbox, well, mine / my dad's toolbox at the time, got that straightened out a little bit, got things organized, got some of the tools oiled. Then I went to a work area that we were working out of, and I ended up sweeping it out, cleaning it out a little bit. And we were actually in the process of running hydraulic fluids through there for testing. And so that part of the system was running. And when you have hydraulic fluids and it's moving through pumps and stuff like that, it gets pretty warm, okay? And so I actually had crawled up in there for a little while after I got done, cleaning up that work area, and I got warmed up a little bit. My dad came in, and we actually sat down. We talked for a little bit. That conversation I'll never share, but it's been something that some of the conversations that me and my dad have had over the years. I've been thinking quite hard on a lot of them. Anyway, so let's talk about the nitrogen story. Okay, so the huge nitrogen bottles. I do not remember how many pounds it was, but it stands like a person tall. Okay, so it's like 5-6 feet tall, and there's multiple nozzles that come on off the top side of it. And I was asked to go open one of the nozzles that didn't have a hose on it for some reason. I don't remember why. Anyway, nobody told me that there's a gas side and a liquid side. So anyone who's messed with those nitrogen bottles can probably figure what happened here. I go over and I open up the bottle, or one of the lines, okay, that comes off the side, and it was not the gas side, okay? It was not the side that gave you gas. It was the side that gave you the freezing liquid nitrogen. Thank God I had my jacket on. It sprayed all over me. I kind of flip out, freak out, and I close it real quick. But that's the one thing. Okay, so liquid nitrogen, even when it sprays on you, and it got on my face a little bit and on my exposed hands, because it is so cold, it like boils right off of you. So it didn't really stick. But some of the places where I had like the jacket and it was able to get caught into the jacket, it froze. And god damn, that's some cold stuff. So yeah, that was kind of funny. I could literally just go on and on about my dad. And especially with this past Father's Day and everything else that has kind of happened in this last week. From my 2 students, my friend passing away, and Father's Day. I've been really quite stressed out. And I think maybe that's why I've not been running the way I've been wanting to. I'm not making money. I need to get my head straight. But my next video, or soon, is going to be talking about so far this year's money. Kind of going over some of the details. I've been putting a spreadsheet together with all the numbers. So I will be getting to that here soon, because we're about halfway through the year. But my $10,000 goal, I was hitting it, or I did hit it in 1 month, and then I fell below my $10,000 goal. So I need to reevaluate what I'm doing to try to get back up to that. But I'll go into that more on another video. So, financial planning, right? So that's going to be the end of this conversation, or not conversation. Well, what the hell am I talking about? This video. So please pound that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you like this video. You know, I do have a Patreon down below. I mean, I don't want to keep, you know, promoting it or, you know, trumping it like some other channels. But, you know, if you like my content, if I help you, or anything, you know, I really, you know, well, thank you if you could donate $1, $2, $1 million a month, whatever. If you donate $1 million a month, man, yeah. Anyway, have a good one. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. See you on the next one. And, oh, here's a challenge for you guys. If your father's still alive or he has passed away, doesn't matter. Post below your favorite story about your father. And on my next video, I'll read it off. That's a good idea. Yeah, so down below, post a story about your father. On my next video, I'll read one of them. And yeah, we'll go from there. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you later.